Mio Wonder here. Growing up in Okinawa, Japan, they sold a lot of mink blankets. That's what this is. Really, mink is really soft and warm. It's cold right now. Our heater ain't working. But anyway, we would get a few sometimes off Gate 2 Street or something. But one time they let me get my own. They let me pick one out. This one was actually mine. So this is the first mink I ever got. Eventually we took that flight and went to Osan, South Korea, and we got some mink blankets there. I got another one, a Tar Heel, one navy blue with a Tar Heel sign, but this is my baby right here. Anyway, taking on a heavy load again. I decided, since I'm going to be eating right, learning how to cook with my recipe books, and I just felt the tug towards learning a little bit of medicine, or a little bit of medical shit. I had a PDF file, but I think that's more like for a soldier, like addressing wounds, hazards or something in the field or something. But so I had to go to this book I bought back when I took a semester at community college. Had some extra financial aid money, so I started picking up stuff I was interested in. This is The Language of Medicine, because it's a lot of aspiring nurses assistants. I read a few chapters. It talks about basically the Latin terminology behind when you're looking at your prescription and you don't know what the shit is because it's in Latin or whatever. But also, I could have sworn it was teaching me some stuff about the body at first. Let me see. See what the first chapters are. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, yeah, contents, basic word structure. So it's basically telling you if you hear what a medicine is and you know the word structures, you'll be able to tell what it is, what it benefits, just by hearing the name of it. Alright, prefixes, suffixes. Alright, yeah, and then it did start talking about anatomy a little bit. Digestive, urinary, female, male, nervous, cardiovascular. I didn't get very far though. I probably got to like blood or something. I know that's 500 pages. I don't know. So I'm going to go back into that. And when I had that, I also picked this up at the same time, the same day. So this is my little buddy. I had it since like 2010. And it's just Pocket Anatomy and Physiology. And then, okay, so I had those. And what it was, when I was in college, the girls would be dressing like super sexy, little leggings and stuff, and I had trouble concentrating. What I discovered was I started recording the prefixes. Adeno, like adeno gland, means gland, arthro, joint, bi, or bio, life. I would walk around the campus reading and reciting these, and my little horniness would go away. Like, I see a girl walking past me practically naked, I wouldn't think twice. So I don't know what the scientific explanation behind it is, but studying stuff like this made me calm down. Eventually, it was too much for me, and I had to leave. I started feeling uncomfortable. Like, it was just like, that wasn't the only reason. I was doing bad in school, but I didn't have a problem leaving because it was just crazy. The way these girls was dressing and making me think and making me feel bad about myself. So yeah, let's see how much I ended up putting down here. This is all 8 years old. More. Hypo, yeah. Peri, like a periscope. Pro, produce. Repeat. Retro, old school. Sub-zero. Trans, across, through. Okay, and that's it. And then the only other thing I pretty much put in here was my drawings. I did these during class. Started drawing my unknowns. Or maybe no, I think I might have did this later. I think I did this at school. I don't know. I might have done it later. Draw my unknowns. And that's some financials bullshit. What else have I seen something back here? Hope it ain't time to embarrass myself. I don't know what the hell that is. Impala sedan. I'm looking at cars. That's pretty much the only thing in this entire book. So I'm gonna bring my book back, doing those, and then I did pick this up because I kind of went overboard with it. Surgical technology for the surgical technologist, and what it was basically, what I was reading was the different roles people play in surgery. Like you have a whole bunch of people around the table, and it was telling you what each of them do. Hemo, that's like blood, hemoglobin, emergency situations, hip procedures, I said, leg and hip procedures, draping the surgical patient. But what really stuck out was looking through here. Let me see if I can find it without looking through this. It was, well, basically it had a chapter about laser eye surgery. And I was thinking, like, if you ever played Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, and, post-apocalyptic nuclear war, everything's a wasteland. So say you traveling with some people, right? Y'all been out there in the wasteland, and it's dangerous, and people sick and stuff. You come across some kind of medical complex. You can get in the medical complex if you got some knowledge of the technology you'll find in there. You might could grab the old woman, like, yeah, go back and get her, bring her here. Might help save somebody. That's just, I don't know. Just thinking stupid. So, I got those. Company, I might as well tell you where I am as far as this. I haven't done anything with the Mediterranean book, cooking light ways to cook and stuff. Well, I was reading a few chapters, not chapters, just basically this. All foods have a place in healthful cooking. It's talking about milk, and it gives you a glossary of whole milk, 2% and all that. This explains the milk. Then I went on to butter, overviews of butter, different kinds of butter, storage, unsalted, and then glossary, cultured cream, organic, and all that. And then I went to cheese. Talking about cheese, has some pictures, different kinds. Feta, like fettuccine, brie cheese, or goat cheese. I seen that on an Italian kind of pizza. It was pretty nasty. It crumbled it over snacks. Okay. And then they got some more Fontina. Damn, man. Cheddar and all that Parmesan. And then when they got the eggs, I think I did eggs too. Storage, pasteurized, anatomy, how to crack them, and stuff, how to scramble to make perfect ones. And then when they got here, the fish, no. Yeah, how to make an omelet, yeah. But the thing I don't be understanding about these omelets, they say let it cook until it's dried or whatever, and then put the toppings on one half and fold it over. I like to flip that thing over and cook both sides, because I can't stomach the thought the shit not being cooked. Then there was fish, and I hate fish. I do not like fish because my parents, we lived out by a seafood market in Okinawa, and I guess they was on a fish diet. They didn't tell us. They bought fish every day for like a month. So I told them one day after like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe it was a month. I felt like that. I was young. I said, if y'all make fish tomorrow, I ain't never eating fish again. They made fish, and that night when I tried to eat it, I just lost the taste for it. Tells you about buying fish and the freshness and how the scales and stuff supposed to look. A few different kinds of fish. And then after this, when they got the shellfish and shit, it was already time for me to go. I had to go to Golden Corral for my dad's birthday. So I was thinking, alright, for the past few days I've been doing a little something. I was reading through the cookbook and stuff, and I was thinking about alchemy on Elder Scrolls. because all this is inspired by my witch character. Learning about provisioning and cooking foods and potions and poisons. And then I guess you go to a witch doctor or something, they might try to heal somebody or something. Or to know what they want to damage if they're making a new potion or something. But anyway, I was thinking the old Oblivion and stuff had a few books on alchemy. And it was saying the most basic thing of alchemy could be just one ingredient without mixing nothing. You could eat an apple, learn the chemical properties of the apple. And I think it says somewhere in one of those books the most advanced type of alchemist can make a potion from a single ingredient. Right? Which sounds like mind boggling. Because I just read a book in Elder Scrolls Online that said you can't do that. So if you just make water and buglos or something, all you're going to have is foul tasting water or something. So anyway, I was thinking I want to try to diet, try to improve my health this year. I'm about to start exercising. It's just been freezing cold or raining every day. Starting with lightsaber and get into my running, and then whatever else feels natural I want to do it my way. See, as far as eating, the cooking light thing kind of appealed to me. So I'm like, what am I going to eat? I'm thinking, I'm looking through for a recipe. Then I decide, hey, I'm not that hungry. I just want something to fill myself up. So if it's like a basic hunger, I'll sate it with a basic thing. Like if I'm just eating to eat, I eat an apple. Like I ate applesauce or something. Eat an apple. So we didn't have any apples yesterday. All we had was some jars of applesauce. So I had half a jar. It was like enough to put a little in the bowl. A few spoonfuls. And I was like, dang, this applesauce got water and sugar and all that in it. So it is mixed. It ain't basic. But I took that in my one-a-day vitamin. And later on, I took a B12. And it sated my hunger. I didn't eat anything until that night. But the thing is, I didn't get up and I didn't cook a meal. Yeah, I should have prepared it before I got to the point where I was ravished and tearing the house apart. So my sister came in with these little cheese pieces she bought. She bought two of the tombstones or whatever, and she's like, you could throw these on. I want my son to have one, so make two if you're hungry. I did that, and I couldn't even wait for him to finish. I grabbed some leftover little buffalo chicken wings we had the night before. So I was like, I kind of ruined the diet. I need to prepare before I get ravished and just make something. Next day, had the applesauce again for breakfast, took the one a day, killed the appetite. Then, when it was time to go out, after I was reading, we had to go to Golden Corral for the party. I messed around and went in there. I tried some vegetables. I did the Brussels sprouts because I seen recipes for them in there, but I didn't know what they taste like, so I wanted to see what they taste like. So I got some Brussels sprouts. They had something looking like shredded cabbage and greens mixed or whatever. Had some of that. None of them tasted like nothing. Took a little scoop of ranch, put some salt, tried it. They wasn't hitting on nothing. But I had a lot of different meats because I was like looking at the different meats, wanting to see what they was. They wasn't big portions, but I had too much meat for me to be trying to cook light and stuff. So I felt like I ruined it that day too. And then today, I think I woke up and we had bought some apples yesterday. So I had one apple. I had brought two because these are little ass apples. So I ate one and took the vitamin, and now it's 1:45, and my parents probably gonna be home from church, and we'll start eating that food that's sitting in the kitchen. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to like do the one ingredient because that's like what people say, the raw food vegan challenge and all that crap. That's kind of like the same thing. But normally, if I was just on a diet where they say eat an apple in the morning, you won't be wanting to do that shit. You won't be dedicated to it. But if it's in your mind, if it's something you want to pursue, I guess it'll be easier. So what I might try to do is just do a year of trying to improve myself, and then next February or whatever, I see what I have done. But when I usually make up my own little remedies to lose weight, people say that stuff is unhealthy. Like, what did I do? One time I would only eat in the evening, like 6 o'clock every evening, and that got to the point where I wasn't even hungry until 6 o'clock. But then I read that if you don't eat during the day, whatever you do eat, your body holds on to, so it's worse than actually eating every meal. It's saying you're supposed to eat every meal. And then it was one I kind of turned myself into what's it called, anorexic, but I didn't lose no weight yet. I would just eat a few bites and then tell myself that's enough. like stop. So I got trained to the point where I would actually eat 2 or 3 bites of food and be done, like not even hungry at all. Eventually, I would have lost me some weight, but I think I just stopped it or something. But it only took a few days. Like I would actually grab a piece of fruit, bite it 2 or 3 times, and be done. Put the shit away and walk off. So I'm gonna see what I can do. That's how I did my cats. I got a lot of outdoor cats. I just feed them at 6 o'clock every day because I know it worked for me, and it's the only way that's cost efficient when you got so many cats. So they got used to it. They didn't get overly fat. But yesterday when I got home from Golden Corral, I fed them for the last time because they breeding like crazy, man. We ended up having 20 cats out there in the backyard, and then this last week we've been going outside and they all been humping, mating. So if 3 of them have a litter, they all gonna have like 3 or 4 kittens or 5. And if we got 20 of them mating, man, we'd be over. So I came home and that was the last bit of food they had in the bag. Gave them that, a few little scraps we had, like some old apple pie or some crap. Then I took my old dog's milk bones. My dog died in September. He had a huge bag that stood up like to my waist, full of milk bones. Took them out there, spread them along the tree line in case they come back starving. But they gotta move on. They gotta see. Cause I read that I would turn the camera facing you, but I don't know. Not right now. I read anyway that if you see a stray cat, 9 out of 10 times the cat is in the process of starving, and said cats they're not really as independent as you think. They say just like Sylvester and Tweety, he never gets Tweety. Like they said, cats do not catch enough. They might catch a little rodent or a bird sometimes, but not enough to really survive. And they said most cats would only survive off of eating people garbage out of their garbage cans. So now we out in the middle of nowhere, and I had to turn loose like 20 cats, but the damage is less than letting them breed and then turning loose 100 cats. Because if they split up the territory of this neighborhood, ain't nobody eating nothing. Anyway, so that was my little talk. Now I done felt like I don't know what the next step is going to be. I got to use the bathroom, but would I read about some more cooking, or should I start over with this anatomy? I know I'm not ready for this. It's between that, or even hold on, where is it? Or even pulling out my new book. I'm in the beginning. It's about a girl there, and then where's the second one? Must be right here. And then we got this one about relics and those things, those weird ingredients you hear about, like boar snout and dragon bones and crap that people are using for stuff. Talking about alchemical stuff. And then I opened this up before I left and read the prologue or whatever. Basically, it was just an excerpt from Bram Stoker's Dracula. I believe I remember that. This here, talking about who's greater than such and such, whose blood runs in these very veins, and when the Turks came and all that shit he was saying to Jonathan that first night when Jonathan showed up. And then last night I branched from all of that and started reading on Drizzt, because I got a new goal in Elder Scrolls Online. I take on too much to handle. Alright. I jump on my Dark Elf character and run into Morrowind. Haven't done the expansion yet, but I spent a few days out there. I looked at the achievement furniture, right? The achievement furniture, with the furniture for achievements. They got all kind of Dark Elf stuff now. This is like the 30th or 31st book in the Legend of Drizzt series. The first like 9 books was about him in Dark Elf Society Underground. Well, the achievement furniture has all this Dark Elf furniture and stuff, like stone thrones and all this stuff. I'm thinking like Menzoberranzan and where he come from. I'm like, I need all this stuff so I can get a big place and decorate it and see what it would look like down there. So I made a goal. I'm going to do every achievement involved to get the Morrowind stuff. Now, on top of having a new a new witch character that I said is gonna be my new main and doing the studies and stuff. And then you got my vampire chart I'm going to want to get on if I'm reading this. I ain't really got on it since Halloween when I was reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. Then if I continue this, I'm going to jump on my Dark Elf. And the girl in the Oblivion game that I posted yesterday from Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, she's from this. She just died like in the book before this. So, oh, in the Oblivion playthrough, I gotta make the videos better. But I wanted to see more of Oblivion and not the blue Cold Harbor. I wanted to see the red Oblivion. So in Oblivion, the gates pop up all over the map. Like, I don't even know how many there are. But I'm not gonna be scared of going in them like I was years ago when I used to play it every day. I'm gonna go in there and explore and check out what the designs are. So anyway, I got a lot if I'm gonna try to do every achievement involved with the expansion. The first achievement is the one I want first. It gives you all 36 of Vivek's sermons. The book that you might come across, a book with a sermon and you don't know what the hell he's talking about. It got all 36 of them. But it's some kind of dark elf preacher achievement or something religious. I'm like, what the hell? And then I just created Alessia. So I take bite off too much to chew. Then I was also working on my military stuff because I kept getting swept in my first person online shooters and all that. But hopefully I'll be able to work at it this year. In my reading progress, even though I read a lot and I got a stack of books right here, I ain't gonna go down there because it's junky. I got a stack of books right down there. Oh, those are my pistachios I ate last night. When I got hungry again, I had some pistachios and a little more applesauce. So while I was playing Oblivion, but anyway, hopefully I have this year to work on my stuff. I looked at a video I posted like 6 months or a year ago, what I'm currently reading, and like, say I had 10 books in that, right? Like 6 or 7 of them I'm still reading. So, but I read like every day. That's all I added a lot of books to it. Yeah. But damn man, I got too much to do. Alright, anyway, me wander around 30 minutes of looking at my bed. Okay.